YouTube to go live. YouTube takes a second because it's a bit slow. We are live over on Twitch. Yippee! Oh, we should make that sound effect. Yippee! The yippee sound effect. That's a cool sound effect. We don't actually have stream sound effects, which probably should do. That'd be cool. Okay, with that up now, we go to open this one. You should now be live on YouTube. There you go. Yep. You activate links. Open new. Where do you go? Oh, yeah, in the right place. You get fake message. Always on top. Making clickable. Cool. We'll keep up playing. What I'm gonna do is open up you. Actually, I don't need to open, do I really? No, but it's good practice, I suppose. There you go. There you go. So we can always see what's there. We see it over here. Cool. And mic's the wrong way facing. There we go. Hello and welcome. I have completely recovered off my cold now, so I'm able to stream now without a lot less streaming competitive than what I have been doing. By better I mean that we won't be as I won't be as quiet. Not quiet. I won't have the issue of getting sore throat and able to speak as long. Hello, welcome, Sad. Good to see you again. How's the moving going? And I think I'll just put Discord and do not disturb. Close it. Everything else open is kind of needed. So let's go load game. Is this one right? The light from the early morning sun. It took forever to set up an alarm clock. What kind of alarm clock? I know my digital one isn't too bad. I don't get it. Only had like 3 buttons, so it took a while to figure out how on earth you get everything. Because I had to press 2 buttons to do this, 1 button to do that. You have the combos and whatnot, which can be a bit confusing. But overall, it wasn't too bad. I just click things until it works. Mine has 5. My strategy, I just spam every button until it does what I want it to do. Which usually does lead to some problematic behavior, but you know, it works in the end. The light from the early morning sun almost blinds me as I reluctantly raise my head from my bed. I yawned, partially hoping to nod back off to sleep again. Even if I did manage to somehow back to sleep, I wouldn't be able to get back to that dream I was having. It's a shame. It really was a nice dream too. I wonder who it's about. Soon after forcing myself out of bed and my mind out of the gutter, I ended up getting into a normal routine. Shower, get dressed, breakfast. It's as formalistic as anything, but easy to keep track of. As I'm finishing up breakfast, there's a knock at the door. It's open. Call out towards the front door, only being answered by the sound of the door opening. Footsteps then come close to the kitchen soon, followed by a voice. Morning, Echo. I placed my bowl in the sink before turning around. Morning, you two. Oh, I didn't realize she was there. Troy beams as do I. There's something about Monika seems off. The only thing that comes to my mind is that she seems to be spacing out. Yeah, Monika? No response. Step a little closer. Moni? Still nothing. Hello? Earth to future Miss Tanika? My cheeks go a little red during, so I refer to Monika by my last name. Huh? Monika seems to finally return to Earth. Thankfully, so I didn't have to resort tapping her finger on her head. Oh, good morning, Echo. I just spaced out for a second. I figured. And again, knowing there's been times where she's napped at school, maybe spacing out isn't too unrealistic for her. I walked towards her and rested my hand on her arm. Hey, you don't have to apologize. I still do it most of the time. As does Sorry. Monika chuckles lightly as Sorry scrawns at me. You're worse for it, Echo. Seeing a way I can turn the situation back in my favour. Am I though, Sayo? It pouts and playfully mimics my voice. Am I though, Sayo? Oh my. You pair are hysterical. Come on, you two. Let's get going before we're late. You lead the way. Monika takes my hand as the three of us start filtering out the house. It doesn't take us that long to get to school gates. I swear when we think we're going to be late, we subconsciously walk a bit faster. Though like many other things, that's probably just me. A thought crosses my mind. Hey, just a question. Both girls look at me waiting my question. What have you two got today? I mean, I've got council meeting today. And we've got English exam before lunch. Wait. I clapped my hand over my mouth, utterly embarrassed. I can't believe I forgot. Well, in all fairness, I can believe it, because it's me. I'm guessing you haven't revised that much? Man, she's right. But I can save myself, can't I? Well, actually, and I've got no comeback. Great. My grandma fed me a soup, but the soup made me get bad memories. Oh. That's not good. Bad memories aren't good. But at least, that's one way to look at it. Yes, they were bad, but you've gone past it. Despite the bad thing that happened, you're still there and you got past them, so. Although I guess some things looking back aren't great, but I think everyone has some worse than others. But at least you're past the worst of it now. Because I have a soft spot for soup. Oh, I like soup so much. I like potato and leek soup. That's very nice soup. And some bread and butter. Oh, now I'm hungry. Yeah. Last time I ate, I ended up getting really sick, so much to the point where I slept in the bathroom. Ooh. That sounds like a really bad case of food poisoning. Yeah, that's a bad day. Fair enough. Yeah, that's a very bad day. I've had my fair share of food-related illnesses, and they are very unpleasant. Yeah. I know you're pain there, but there is nothing worse. There really isn't. Oh gosh, looks like you've got your hands full now, Moni. Chloe says that's almost a sing-song tone. Her cheeks flare up again. If only I had 100 yen for every time that's happened recently. Don't worry, Saori. I think I can handle him. Monika's gentle smile helps to ease my embarrassment. Though, just as said embarrassment says to fade, the bell chimes, replacing the sound of embarrassment with a feeling that borders on dread. Monika takes me up my slight daze by giving me a quick kiss on the lips. You'll do fine, I'll see you later. Monika disappears in the growing flood of students. I am staring there for a brief moment, simply smiling to myself. Oi! Romeo! So he playfully nudges me. We're gonna be late. Sorry. Tori and I then start heading to our exam. If only I'd actually remembered it today. I mean, Monika seems to believe in me. So that's a plus. I go. Hopefully I don't completely mess this up. He's gonna completely mess this up. I sit here spacing out in a vacant classroom we've had to make do with today because of the council meeting. We usually have our meetings in the staff room, but that's currently occupied. For what reason, I do not know. Oh, wait, from Monika's point of view now. In all fairness, I haven't really been able to focus that much. I don't want to, but just keep reminding myself of what Dad said. What Dad said last night. I just felt like I needed to talk to someone about it. about what I was thinking about Yuri. Of course, I didn't mention Yuri by name. I only meant for Mum to know, mostly because I trust her with stuff like this. But Dad, as always, overheard the whole thing. Oh, Echo's seeing this mystery girl behind your back. Guys these days are all the same. Stop being so gullible. Just the same junk he's been trying to peddle since he first found out about him. I know, Echo. You wouldn't hurt me like that. But despite me knowing that, I can't shake off his words. Maybe I can talk to Sori about it after school. She knows Echo better than anyone I know. Just need some reassurance. Hey, Monika. The voice calls my name. My train of thought is broken by a hand being waved in front of my face. Ah. Kotonoha? I know you want to daydream about your boyfriend, but we've got a council meeting now. You can daydream all about him you want at lunch. I swear Kotono keeps teasing me about Echo like she's only just found out. Says sorry, she was one of the first to find out. Well, one of the first to tell me anyway. Again, she is so tall. Kaho is so tall. Oh, would you look at that? I think you caught her out. And with that, my cheeks flashed crimson red. Thanks for that, Kaho. There's a total of 6 of us in the council, but I feel much closer to Kaho and Katanoha. I definitely consider them friends, but I just wish I could open up to them a bit more. Man, I wish I could just be me without people possibly thinking less of me. With Echo, I've always been able to be myself around him because we're seemingly on the same wavelength. But is he the exception? Sorry about that. Guess I'm still a little giddy over my first boyfriend. I rest my head in my hands as my eyes dart towards Kaho, a cheeky smirk forming on my face. And I'm probably right in guessing you were like this when you started dating Raizuji? Well, gotcha. I mean, yeah. I was only in junior high when we got together. Okay, not be little gitty. And besides, it's not like we're mad at you for being overly lovey-dovey about him. It's actually pretty cute. But thanks, Koto. Koto no Has can be a little hyper-active sometimes, but she can be really sweet. Kinda reminds me of Sayori. Say, any idea what anybody else is? I mean, Sato's still ill. Thankfully, so he's such a jerk. Amen to that. But as for Anzo and Toshio, I think they're still in that English exam. In that case, why wasn't the meeting delayed? Beats me. Plus, let's just be honest. The staff here ain't the most organized. I chuckle. That's the thing I like about Kaho. She tells it as it is, although nowhere near as much as Natsuki tends to do so. And there's me, the one that can barely be honest with herself. I silently sigh, praying for lunch to hurry up. After finally being left at the exam, I can breathe a sigh of relief. We're back to me. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but like many exams I had in the past, I'm at least 50% sure I messed up somehow. Unless it's just me being overly critical of myself. Wouldn't that be the first time, 4th or 6th time? Now I just need to wait together. I'm snapped at my days by a feeling of 2 hands jabbing my ribs. Oh, I was expecting that to be Natsuki. That hand can only belong to... Gotcha. Maybe that'll teach you for spacing out when I'm trying to talk to you. Can I slow down text speed a bit fast? Sorry, giggles miraculously flashed me a playful, wicked smile. Look at her face. That's an amazing. That is amazing. I laugh with her, trying to numb my pain. Note to self, pay attention to Sorori or suffer the consequences. So anyway, I'm going to the roof to eat lunch and... Oh, so that's what you're calling her now. My goodness, sorry. Never in a million years I'd expect you to crack a joke like that. I'm guessing Natsuki's sense of humour has finally rubbed off on her. Either that or she's waiting for the precise moment. And credit where it's due, it would have got a chuckle out of me if I wasn't completely flustered. That, and I think some of the other students might have heard her. Knowing what some of them are like, they're more likely assumed they're dirtier. I have, unable to come up with even a single decent comeback. Look, you want to tag along? You sure? I wouldn't be offering otherwise. Besides, I'm sure Moni wouldn't mind. Okay. The pair of us then head to the roof. Just 2 floors and a metric ton of stairs to go. Man, architects that designed this place needs to complete stairs. A minute or two later, we're walking on the 2nd floor, while some are focused on getting to the roof, so he seems to be gazing out the windows. It eventually gets to the point where she stops walking, letting out a small gasp. Okay, almost done. Ooh. What you working on? Sayo? Oh, you're still working on the alarm clock. I follow her gaze out the window. All I can see is a courtyard. What could Soy be acting all surprised over? Eventually, though, the sight of a very familiar white ribbon catches my eye. Before I can say anything, Soy points her out from the crowd. Well, the best she can whilst we're on the 2nd floor. I thought you two usually met on the roof. We do, yeah. Reached into my pocket. What do I call her? Why don't you just go out there? You can't hide on the roof forever, you know. We're not trying to hide. Force of habit, I guess. Even if we were trying to hide our relationship, that we've been doing quite a bad job, considering everyone knows. I relent. Alright, we'll go. Both then backtrack down the stairs. With a quickening our pace, we make it outside. The only sound around us are the faint chirping of birds and the miscellaneous chit-chat from other students. We walk a bit longer before we come face to face with the school's lone sakura tree and the branches around it. Hey Dominic, hey there again. Hey, welcome. How are you doing again? How are you doing? Welcome back. And on those aforementioned branches, of course, is Monika. She appears to be writing something, whether it's a poem or something else, I'm not sure. As not to distract her, I opt to go toward her without getting her attention. Sorry, on the other hand, decides to sprint towards her. Can we chat, please? Well, you're more than welcome to speak in chat. Will we play this wonderful game? Hey, Moni. Huh? Monika snaps her head up in response. It doesn't take her long to notice us. Oh, hey, you two. She passes space next to her and we join her on the bench. Try to get her a small lunch and starts eating almost instantly. I practically do the same, but I don't eat straight away. I turn my face to Monika. I missed you. And then my stupid grin returns. I swear I'll grow out of doing this eventually. It's only been a few hours, Echo. Point taken. But still. Don't worry, I missed you too. Oh, how was the exam, by the way? I'd say I did okay. For the most part, anyway. Let me guess, tough questions? I think someone fell asleep during their exam. We fell asleep during the exam, that is, I chuckle a bit as Story says, that's still chewing food. Another part of me wish I did. Is this true, Echo? Nah, I didn't. I scratched at my neck. It was a little tempting though. Monika rolls her eyes but eventually gives me a sly smirk. I mean, not that I'd time blame you if you did, but please don't do that. I want to see you do well, remember? I know. I kept Monika to remind her short by gently squeezing her hand. In a way, I've always wanted to make you proud. Monika's heart visibly skips a beat. You have? Troy then gives a light chuckle. What are you giggling at? Oh, nothing. Just thinking it's funny that Moni seems shocked about you wanting to impress her. I thought that was always pretty obvious. I'm awake, nothing. I sleep, and the teacher starts writing a whole essay on the board. Yeah, yeah. You fall asleep and you wake back up. It's just like, what are we doing? I've never fallen asleep during class. I've come very close to falling asleep during a class in college. Although the tutors were kind of chill over it. As much as it's not great, I also do know my stuff, luckily. But no, he did mention that. It's like, yeah, so you're nodding off. I was like, yeah, I've done it too many times. I've done it a few times. The problem was we had one student and she had to have the heating on full blast, and hot weather, like being warm in a warm room and doing a topic that isn't too interesting makes me very sleepy. Also, it's a topic we've done before. We're doing it so we could recap it for the other person. So I was falling asleep. But I haven't done it in anything important. I feel myself go a bit red. But while Monika rests her hand on my knee. It's okay. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. She's right. There's certainly a lot more I could be embarrassed over. Soon enough, our chat is interrupted by the school's bell. Surely Monika and myself each say our goodbyes before going to our separate ways. Only a few more hours to go and I'll see them again. As the bell rings to the end of the day, I start to pack my stuff away. After zipping my bag up, I sling it over my shoulders and start heading for the club. I follow the usual route to the club, avoiding the few students that remain in the hallway. Before I step in, I look through the little glass pane on the door to see if anyone else is in. Like both Tuesdays before, I'm the first to arrive. I guess this confirms my suspicion from last week that I'm the only one of us that have class on the second floor today. I let myself in. After shutting the door, I go to sit at the desk closest to the window and rest my bag next to my legs. I then rest my head in my hands. Admittedly, I'm worn out, but unfortunately the school vending machine doesn't stock energy drinks, throwing that plan out of the window. However, the door clicks and opens. Yuri walks in and takes a seat near the center of the room. She didn't seem to notice me as she silently sets her bag down and pulls out a book to start to read. A few minutes pass with no one else coming through the door. Maybe I could have a bit of a chat with Yuri. I think for a moment. I raise from my seat and walk over to Yuri. My progressing footsteps catch her attention. Oh, hi, Echo. How are you? I'm doing alright, just a little exhausted. Yuri closes the book using her hand to make a makeshift bookmark. Monika mentioned you have exams this morning? In all fairness, she didn't really speak to me that much. Still, she told me she was going to try last night. I don't wish to cause any issues, but she seemed a little more blunt with me today. Yuri falls quiet. I pull up a seat next to her. Yuri, I snap to me. I can't say I know exactly why Monika's being like this. I'll try to talk to her about it. Thank you, Echo. She smells sheepishly. Just then the door opens. Monika walks in. I greet her almost instantly. Afternoon, sweetheart. Hey, Echo. Her expression falters as she noticed Yuri next to me. But rather than being stern like part of me assumed she would be given how Yuri described, she just smiles. A bit with a nervous tinge to it. Hey, Yuri. Her voice trails off. She then moves to the front desk, her expression looking like her nerves have taken a hold of her once more. Yuri gives me a curious look. I raise from my seat and start going towards Monika. Internally, I'm starting to feel the same sense of mild dread I had when I was about to talk to Yuri about what happened. As I get into the front desk, I sit on this edge. Hey, Moni? I lower my voice. Monika responds quietly. There's something about the look on her face though. Something slightly concerning. I lift an arm gesturing for her to come over. For a brief moment, she joins me and rests her head on my chest. I take a deep breath, keeping my voice low. You doing okay? You seem stressed. Monika nods sheepishly. Yeah, I'm fine. Just a little exhausted, that's all. Monika refrains a smile. It's obvious she's not feeling herself. Then I look back quickly to get a glimpse of Yuri. She's gone back to reading. The world around her is all but a blur. I look back at Molly, pulling a little closer. Are you sure that's all? She looks out, giving a slight hint of irritation in her gaze. She then wriggles at my grasp and sighs, trying to keep her voice low. I told you already I'm fine. What else do you want? To say I'm taken aback by her demeanour would be an understatement. You mentioned her seeming blunt, but seeing it with my own eyes? Well, it's a bit of a shock to see her like this. Molly, something clearly happened. You mentioned you were a little off. She's just... Oh, she did now. Tell me, Echo. What else have you two been saying about me? What? Where on earth did you get that idea? I've barely spoken to her since Saturday. What about yesterday then? You two seem like you were having fun. I run my hands in my face, desperately trying to figure out what on earth is happening. With all due respect, Monika, I was only asking Echo if you were okay. That's it, nothing more than that. Yuri steps in to back me up, her tone echoing my growing frustration. Please just tell us what's wrong. You're not acting like yourself. And to be honest, you're starting to scare me a little. After those words leave your mouth, Monika's expression suddenly shifts. Gone is seeming anger brewing behind those emerald eyes, now replaced by a more remorseful look. Man, what is wrong with me? Monika? Heart sinks. I look back to you, her expression borderline mirroring my own. He goes to say something, but the door suddenly swings open. Hello, Literature Club. Sorry, demeanor provides a sudden burst of light to the club. A light that is quickly extinguished as soon as she opens her eyes and sees the current situation. She stays silent. Echo, I'm sorry. Monika rushes out the club and barely keeping it together. Sorori hurries after her not long after she leaves, and then Natsuki walks in. Would someone mind telling me what on earth just happened? I'm still trying to figure that out myself. I don't know, Nat. I then sink towards the desk at the far corner of the room, right by the window. I hold my head in my hands, my eyes occasionally glances towards the outside world. An awkward silence takes hold of the club as I hear Yuri and Natsuki move around the room, presumably trying to get the usual activities. I'm just left rowing with Moni. Sure, Shoi's with her. I'm just hoping if they talk about this, that Monika's honest with her. I've only seen her get worked up like this a small handful of times. Even then, I hate seeing her like that. Monika so I eventually returned to the club room. Monika seems to be doing a little better. Despite that, the awkward atmosphere doesn't die down. It just remains as a lingering constant throughout the rest of the session. We didn't even end up showing poems today. Not that I would have done anything to salvage the atmosphere, but at least it would have been something pleasant to pass the time. I get my bag on and Sorori walks over to me. Hey Echo, how you holding up? I say through partially open lips. I'm doing a bit better. I look down for a brief moment. But what happened earlier? It's okay, Echo. So even rests a hand on my arm. Don't take this the wrong way, but I think it'd be better if you went home on your own today. Monika said she wanted to talk to me after the club anyway, so I nod. Okay. I don't know what it was about, that sentence, but I felt a pit form in my stomach just now. I'm starting to think Tori's starting to notice that. She's not angry at you, Echo. It's some other stuff she wants to get off her chest. I nod once more and go to walk out the room. Before I leave, I turn to face Roy once more. This is getting unsettling. Yeah, it is. Stuff is starting to crumble, and it's not good. Sayo? Yeah? Put a hand on her shoulder. Let's make sure Moni's okay. Tori gives me a soft, gentle smile. I'll do my best. With that bit of reassurance, I leave the club room. As I open the door, I catch a final glimpse of Monika. She's standing at the very front of the room, her eyes from what I can tell is locked onto the floor. I know Tori basically told me not to worry, but I can't help it. It's only just been 2 weeks since we got together, and I'm already fretting about that. Man, I really need to stop overthinking things. I stop in the middle of the corridor for a brief moment and pull out my earphones. I'm really walking alone, might as well do something to keep myself from looping my thoughts in silence. Put my playlist and shuffle and restart my walk. I give it a few moments before checking to see if Echo has gone yet. Seeing my head out the window, I mill a couple of glimpses of him heading out the gates. He seems to be taking a slow walk back. Is he gone yet? Yeah, he just left. I turn to flash Monika a reassuring smile. Okay, so now we're in Sorori's point of view. Monika, in contrast, seems a little uncomfortable. I've known Monika for a while now, but I've only seen a side of her once before. That was last week. If you're uncomfortable talking about this, you don't have to force yourself. Sorry. If I keep this inside me, I'm worried it'll get worse. Like, Echo already knows a bit of what's been going on. I just feel like I need to talk to someone I know isn't going to be completely biased. You think Echo is biased? It sounds dumb, but it's a slight worry of mine. Echo wipes her out of her sleeve, then looks to the side with an unsteady sigh. Hey, sorry? Do you want to walk for a bit? It might help me clear my thoughts a bit. I mean, there's a park near where Echo and I live, if you're okay with that. That sounds lovely, sorry. Let's go. We both get our bags before heading out the club room. Monika then locks up, and we start heading out to school. We end up taking a slower walk to the park. Partially to give Monika more time to straighten her thoughts, particularly to take in the scenery. I've been here for a few years now. Eric and I would always come up here when we were kids. Eventually, though, we'd come up to a bench and sit down. A part seat next to me, but Monika simply stands there. She breathes slowly through parted lips, almost like she's preparing herself for whatever she's going to tell me. I'd say seeing her like this is something new to me, but it isn't. Well, not like this. I've seen her slightly anxious about things before, especially when we first started up the club. I've never seen her get angry like that before, nor have I seen her cry like she did after I caught up with her. I clear my throat, but earlier, I stammer, surprisingly able to form a short question. I guess I've got some explaining to do, huh? It's nice to see her starting to seem like herself, but I can't help but feel a slight twinge of sadness to her voice. He takes yet another deep breath before looking me dead in the eyes. Now, where do I begin, Sayori? Probably what got you so worked up in the first place? She sighs nervously, parted lips, a sea of thoughts flowing through her mind. Can you promise us to remain between us two? Of course, yeah. After these lips remain sealed. I must do a mock zipping my mouth motion and succeed in getting a giggle from her. Yeah, but what about what happened? So me and Echo were on a date Saturday, and he stayed out whilst I went in the shop to get something that I thought he'd like. And when I got out, Yuri's been chatting out with him. I mean, it's obviously not an issue on its own. Where's she going with this? I just got a little nervous since Echo's my first boyfriend, you know? I guess that's only natural. Like, I wouldn't exactly know, I've never been with anyone like that. My dad didn't do anything to help these worries, though. He just made them worse, like he always does. I slightly raised my eyebrow in confusion. Like he always does? I gulp. What did he say? Once again, Moni looked me right in the eyes and an air of sadness took her gaze. If you don't mind me asking, of course. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. He made an off comment, Echo, probably seeing Yuri behind my back. My eyes widen. No. I know Echo, he'd never do that. I know he wouldn't. It's just that something about what he said, guess it stuck with me more than I thought. I even had to step out of one of my class because I thought I was just going to explode at Yuri. Monika then pauses, starting to nervously rub her wrist. Her breathing becomes visibly fast as her chest starts rising up and down rapidly. I feel a chill go down my spine as my heart starts to beat faster. I feel the tears of my own starting to form. Monika, Monika begins to shiver. I shock her legs, then buckle and she falls to her knees. Monika? I rush over to her. I am the opposite of comfy. How come? Yeah, that is a very nice. That is a very nice bit of art there. Fair play. That I will say so far, the art in this has been some of the best. Like, that is such a nice screenshot. Despite her shaking, I rest my hands in her arms. A gentle smile formed across my face, almost as if I'm trying to transfer some positivity to her. Gotta stay strong for her. No matter how difficult this gets, I have to try. At least I owe her that much. I'm a mess, sorry. No, Monika, I am and always have been. You're just seeing it for the first time. Those words. Those are the exact words I said. Those are the exact words I said to Echo when I... Man, how did I not notice sooner? Monika, why didn't you say so? I never wanted you to know. Never wanted anyone to know. Man, as much as I love Echo, he never should have known how I actually am. I'm not as perfect as everyone seems to think I am. I'm just some broken, needy, uptight princess. The Monika's voice breaks. She presents her face against my shoulder. I can feel her tears starting to stain my blazer. That was right. I'm an emotional, unstable wreck. He said that? About you? I feel Monika nod against my shoulder. That's not even the worst thing he said to me. Am I okay to ask what the worst thing was? She pauses for a moment. Actually, I don't want to talk about that. Sorry. Pulls me tighter. She's shaking. Just how long has this been going on for? I need to apologize to both of them. Monika releases herself from my arms and grabs her bag. Wait, you're not going to do that now, are you? Yeah? What about it? That's a terrible idea. At least that's what I said internally. Externally, I say, look, I personally would wait till tomorrow to apologize. Like, you can't rush things like this. Monika averts her eyes, seem deep in thought. You're right. That's probably for the best. It gives me an earnest smile, something I've not seen from her since we left campus. For everything that's happened today, cuddled with everything she just confessed, it's honestly a relief. I might need some suggestions on how to apologize. I think for a bit. Excuse me. I think with Yuri, it might just be easier if you wrote something. With Echo, maybe just, I don't know, talk to him? Yeah, that could work. And there's that nervous look again. Walk towards and rest my hands on her shoulder. You got this. I believe in you. Thank you. With another quick hug, we end up leaving the park. We reach a familiar part of the street and we split off to start home. With a heavy sigh, I lay in my bed. I run my hand up my face, through my hair. I'm such an idiot. Such a idiot. I grumbled to myself, regretting what had transpired earlier with Monika. Again, I know so I told me not to worry, but I can't help but to worry. My mind keeps telling me that I'm partially responsible for the outburst. I did leave a few texts telling her I was sorry, but nothing but a sea of text that hasn't even been marked as seen, let alone read. I yawn and stretch. I check the time as I rub my eyes. 10:30. Lim, for goodness sake, I need sleep. I grumble. I contempt sending her a final text, but ultimately decide against it. Before I touch my phone for the night though, I feel it vibrate in my hands. I turn it towards me so I can see the screen. My heart skips when I see a notification. One new message, Monika. I pass my lock screen and read her message. Hey, sorry for blanking so long, I'll see you tomorrow. Love you. I feel a weight being lifted from my chest as I breathe a sigh of relief. I send a quick text back. Love you too. With that final text, I put my phone on charge, a renewed smile on my face. That at least was my immediately worry laid to rest. As for tomorrow though, I'm still a little anxious, especially knowing the weight of today's event. But at the same time, I'm hopeful. I sluggishly sit on my bed and wipe the sleep from my eyes. The early morning light bleeds through my blinds. Admitting I didn't get much sleep last night. After I got back home, I went upstairs to think over what I was going to do today. I had my mind set on what I'm going to do, but how are Echo and Yuri going to react? I gulp. Deep breaths, Monika. Deep breaths. I had a moment myself. I get up from bed and get my uniform from the closet. As I'm getting dressed, multiple thoughts race through my head, both were yesterday and the day ahead. Some positive, some negative. Some that I mentally kicked myself for how stupid they sound. Eventually, after readjusting my ribbon and give last time to look at myself in the mirror, you can do this. I did more deep breaths before stuffing my books and the note I wrote for Yuri last night into my bag. Make my way downstairs. Instead of skip breakfast, I can easily get something from the vending machine later. As I slouch on the sofa, I realise I still got a decent amount of time before I'd usually walk down to Echo's house. And especially as Mum and Dad typically leave for work before I get up, I'm just alone with my thoughts. It doesn't take me long to just say screw it and leave to meet Echo. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me being early. make sure to lock up before I head down. Then after making sure I've got everything, I start to walk down. Okay, I'm gonna go take a quick break. I'm gonna go. Excuse me. Right, one sec. Excuse me. I apologize about that. I'm just gonna quickly go BRB. I'm gonna make a cup of tea, and then we will continue. That we will. Okay, I'm back. Apologies about that. My cup of tea in hand. More of that. Should be good. How are we doing? I think looks good on both sides. Okay, continue. Even though I've been up for a while, I still feel a little tired from the night before. Waking up at 4:30 in the morning, despite my, didn't really help my kids either, but I couldn't get back to sleep. Make a mental note to pick up an energy drink from the store before school this morning. Just then there's a knock at the door. Check my phone. 6 a.m. Monika doesn't usually show up till 6:45, and chances are Holly's only just getting up. Slightly curious, I go to answer the door. Morning, Echo. I know I'm early. I just wanted to see you. My face relaxes as a smile forms across my lips. Mincing is then take over as I embrace her lovingly. I missed you. My speech comes a little muffled as my face is pressed against her shoulder. Monika pats my back, giving a slight giggle as she does so. I missed you too. Pulls away, looking a little down. Honey? Echo eye. Looks away momentarily. I'm sorry about yesterday. For lashing out at you and Yuri. For everything. Monika struggles to hold in tears. Monika, if anything, I should be apologizing. I did keep prodding at everything, you know. I scratched the back of my neck. 1 second. Okay. Monika then clutches my hand, still looking fairly sheepish. Do you think Yuri hates me? That's certainly one hell of a conclusion to jump to over one little outburst, isn't it? If anything, Yuri seemed more shocked than anything. No, I don't think Yuri hates you. Could she be upset with you? It's likely. I highly doubt she'd hate you. Monika nods, slowly resting her forehead on my chest. I wrap my arms around her, allowing her to have a moment to herself. You want to come inside? I was going to make some coffee before you knocked. Monika looks up, her gaze locked onto me as I use my thumb to wipe her tears. Yeah, I'd like that. I then let go of her, letting her to easily step past me into my house. I follow her in soon after. After a couple of minutes, I walk into the living room with 2 mugs of coffee. I walk in, though I notice Monika's eyes glued onto a sheet of paper. Rather than ask about it straight away, I place our drinks on the table and take a seat next to her. Monika gives me a gentle smile and nods, silently thanking me. We sit in silence. Said silence only broken whenever either of us sip our represented drinks. The coffee's a little on the strong side this morning, but after last night it's deserved, and judging by the look on her face, she seems to appreciate the strength. I look over to the sheet Monika's been reading over. From the few bits I can make out, it seems to be an apology for Yuri. At a guess, I'm assuming that part was her always want. That's why she wanted. Well, that part was why Sorry wanted to talk to her yesterday. I crack a smile as I give her a shoulder a gentle squeeze. She emits a soft hum. I'm proud of you, hun. She rests her head on my shoulder, a wide smile taking over her lips. You think it's gonna work? Honestly, I don't exactly know, but I'm hopeful. To be fair, this is more Sorori's idea. I was like really stumped for ideas. It's funny though, I helped her with the exact same thing after her first serious spat with Natsuki, and it didn't occur to me to do the same thing. I pat her back. Don't worry, it happens sometimes. A couple more minutes pass and Monika and I soon finish our drinks. I stand from my seat picking up both mugs as I do so. I'm just gonna rinse these out quickly. Just wait outside for me. Monika nods as she collects her things and leaves. After giving the mugs time to a thorough rinse, I leave them on the side and head out. As I lock the door, I hear a familiar voice chatting to Monika. I turn around and, as suspected, spot Sayori. Morning, Sayo. Morning, Echo. You pair seem to be doing better. So he beams at us. She seemed relieved. Thankfully, yeah. Thanks again for yesterday, sorry. Hey, it's no biggie. Next time, though, you know you can come to me. And that goes for the pair of you. Sorry quickly gives Monika a worried look. It's a look that Monika doesn't seem to notice, but I'm quite curious about it. But I don't think it'd be the right time to bring it up right now. Given what Story's like, I'm sure she'll bring it up with me. When that time will be, I'm not sure. But I'm certain of it. Anyway, you two ready to go? Both girls nodded. We started heading down the street, Monika clutching my hand firmly. In a walk, the three of us spark a lively conversation. However, I just have a feeling that Sayo's biting her tongue about something. Just gotta figure out the best time to ask. Now school day drags to its inevitable end, and I once more find myself in the literature club. From the first time in a while, I'm the last one in. Surprisingly though, Natsuki's the first one to greet me. Sup, Echo? Hey, short stack. How's it going? It's not very often I get the first name with Snat, but her reactions are always priceless. I ain't seen you all day. That's the first thing you gotta say. I'm shocked at how original you are. I chuckle out of a flux outburst. Also, I'm doing pretty good. Natsuki pauses for a moment. You seem to be doing better. She looks behind me. I look back to see Monika and Soy chatting by the front desk before focusing on the pink head girl. You two still good? Like, I know it's not really any of my business, but I know how much you two care about each other, you know? Yeah, Molly and I are good. We had a little talk about it this morning. Then lower my voice. She's going to try to apologize to Yuri as well. I mean, Yuri's quite forgiving. Probably a little too forgiving sometimes. Hopefully they'll patch things up. Hopefully, yeah. I then turn from Natsuki and start heading towards the front desk. Just as I do so, Sori walks towards Nat and Yuri. He flashes me a gentle smile. Her eyes, however, carrying the same concern from this morning. And to be completely honest, it's actually starting to get me worried, especially the way she's been looking at Monika. Just what did they talk about yesterday? Echo? You okay? I pull back into reality with Monika's gentle voice. Yeah, of course. Sorry, I was just spacing out. Monika proceeds to squeeze my cheek. Wouldn't it be you if you didn't space out every so often? He grins proudly as my face flashes crimson. We usually have a habit of teasing each other when we're alone, but recently, she's been doing it a lot more in public. This, however, is the most forward she's been with her teasing in front of others. So, summer is my attempt to regain my composure. How have you been? That is a very abrupt question considering everything that's going on. And she lies, you've been good. I wouldn't say she's been good, really. I've been good. Still a bit nervous about the whole Yuri thing. Mark makes no glance towards Yuri's seat. I take a seat on the edge of the desk, silently pondering what to say. Okay, we're gonna take a quick. I need to take a quick breather sesh. Breathe a minute because my throat's starting to get a bit dry and I'm starting to cough. And this will only get worse, so I just need a little break. I think I'm speaking too fast. Yeah, I don't know why that's the case. I don't know if it's like I don't know why talking so much is causing my throat to dry out so much. Like obviously I talked a lot before and I've never had this issue. So I guess it's all the constant talking and very quick talking as well. Foxcat, hello, I am new here. Welcome. How are you doing? We're coming to do some doki doki. Welcome to the stream. I'm Amphibious. We mainly play doki doki at the moment. I'm kind of hooked on it. Very good game. So we're doing a fine. Fine, eh? Fine's good. That's very good. I'm just getting a quick drink break because I'm talking too fast and I'm dried up my throat. and it's causing me to uncontrollably cough, which is a problem. And then I'm playing a game which is like 99% talking. So well, if my voice die, it's not good. Oh, 1 second, I know I can help. Saki sweet. Hard-boiled sweet. That'll help. It soothes the throat. Especially because it's honey. Honey's so nice. I love honey. Except the browser extension honey, because that was found to have some very bad business practices. Well, they were stealing money, so that's kind of bad. Stealing money is a very bad thing. Eventually I sigh, looking towards her. Moni, keep my voice low as Monika looks back at me with eyes that convey the message I'm lost. I don't know how you're going to react when you apologize, but all I can say is you're giving it a decent amount of thought. And even if it takes you a while to accept it, at least it goes to show that you're truly sorry. Very true. I find sometimes it's better just to apologize than trying to come up with a perfect apology. Yes, you might come up with a perfect apology, but if it's been weeks by that point, the damage is already done. So just being honest and saying an apology, even if it's not perfect, is better than none. I gave her arm a gentle squeeze as I noticed the weight of what she plans to do is starting to drag her down. Like I said this morning, I'm proud of you. And I'm gonna be there for you no matter what. Monika smiles bright as I wipe her eyes, forming tears with my thumb. She readjusts her uniform and stands upright, then pulls a neatly folded piece of paper from her pocket and presumably the note for Yuri. I'm gonna do it. I give Monika's arm another soft squeeze for reassurance. Go for it, sweetheart. I watch Monika go over towards the other three girls. Yuri initially shrinks into herself as soon as she notices Monika. Monika standing in front of her, but she soon relaxes. Monika speaks gently from what I can tell, but she seems to be keeping her voice low. Either that or I've become totally deaf. After a minute, both Monika and Yuri leave the room in silence. Asuki returns to reading her manga and Sori starts to walk over to me. I go, we need a tour. Ooh, what about? What's that? Echo, we need to talk. Her face wears that same worried expression from this morning. I lower my voice as not to attract Natsuki's attention. About Monika? Trey nods wordlessly. We were talking yesterday. You brought up what happened with you at the weekend. Then she started crying and going on about her being a mess. And how her dad was right about her being someone only to clear her throat, about her being an emotional, unstable wreck. And apparently that's not even the worst thing he called her. She looks away from an intangible sadness in her gaze. To say I'm shocked would be beyond an understatement. She had gathered her dad made off remarks about Monika seeming stupid to him, but this? I'm speechless. I feel my chest begin to rise at a rapid pace. And how on earth can he say something about his own daughter? Echo. I'm snapped my boat of intense dread, but sorry. Sorry, I looked down. Gotta be honest with her. Just doing what he called her. Just made me. Don't worry, I understand. So I rest a hand on my shoulder and it gives me a comforting smile. But I'm worried that she might be doing something to herself. A pit forms in my stomach. Doing something to herself? Are you saying she's, it's a worry of mine? I might be overthinking it, but looked with a tinge of regret in her eyes. I want to say it's merely an overreaction, but given what Monika confessed to me last week, do I really want to take that chance? Damn you, paranoia. She looks back at me, her gaze pleading with me for any kind of response. I sigh, resting my head on my neck as I rack my brain for something, anything. I try to bring up to her at some point. Can't guarantee when that will be though, but promise. Joy smiles, seeming relieved. Just then the doors open, with Yuri and Monika walking, both smiling. Hey, you two. How are things between you? I can see they seem to be improving. Monika, Yuri turns to Monika. Also, thank you for the note. Honestly, help me understand where you're coming from. If you ever want to discuss something personal, I'm always happy to listen. Thanks, Yuri. Monika then looks towards the rest of the club. Okay, everyone, it's time to share poems. This sweets helped my throat massively. The poem sharing was over as shortly as it began. Before we wrap up for the day, Monika called us all together near the front desk. First of all, I'm really glad all of you are putting this effort with a poetry assessment. I know it's a lot to ask for fresh poems every day, especially with the exam season starting to kick off. And in all fairness, it's giving me an idea for poems. The rest of the club, including myself, looked quizzically at Monika. I think I might have a decent guess to what her plan is. I've been thinking about cutting the amount of poems down from 5 per week to just 2. That's where there's a better balance between revising for exams and writing for the club. Monika lets this idea settle for the rest of the club. Personally speaking, I think it would help with fleshing out the poems. Whilst I don't put in mind the extra workload, I can definitely understand if anyone is struggling to make time for the poems. In regards to any of the extra modules you're studying, it can still be difficult to balance everything. Plus, I can't deny I wouldn't appreciate time to refine my poems. Got to agree with you on that one. Like last night, I wasn't able to finish it because those textbooks were kicking my butt. So I had to finish mine this morning. Sorry about my bad handwriting, by the way. Language. Sorry, Yuri, for both the language and my very bad handwriting. Natsuki caps off the tiny burst of sass with a trademark Natsuki grin. Yuri sighs at first, but eventually settles into a soft chuckle. How are you, sorry? I think it's a solid idea. It may be on Tuesdays and Fridays. Exactly what I was thinking. Roy beams at Monika. Monika looks over at me and I give a nod of approval. Oh, come on. You know Ekka's just gonna agree with you. Nah, that's not entirely true. It is today because I think it's a good idea. Moni sends a smile my way. Natsuki flashes me a look that says called it. Kinda sad to see why Natsuki called me predictable that one time. To roll out of the way, I think we can call it a day. Make sure to keep chipping away at the poem for Friday. No need to worry about getting one in tomorrow. With that, we go to pack our things. As with practically every day since last week, I sling my bag on my shoulder and walk towards Monika. You ready to go? Yep, one sec. Monika pauses to readjust her bag strap. Let's go home. Just a minute, Shori joins us free and the last are out the club. After giving us both a quick hug, Shori heads back home, leaving myself and Monika alone in the street. I'm glad we're able to be this close. I smile warmly as I intertwine my fingers with hers, as am I. Monika gives my hand a squeeze. I don't know, it's just been barely over a week. Part of me doesn't know what to do without you. Sure, some might consider that a bit, I don't know, extreme. But thinking of what she's been through, maybe she's happy to have someone she can connect with. Maybe I'm more to her than I realise. I can feel my cheeks are progressively heating up. Ooh, what a ringtone. But I can say anything, Monika's phone starts to go off. Alright, let me get this. Monika takes a few steps away from me as she answers her phone. It doesn't take long for a smile to find it back on her face. Hey ma'am, what's up? The conversation carries on as I fiddle around my keys. Eventually though, the call ends and Monika turns back to me. So that was ma'am. Monika giggles a little before she speaks, also getting closer to me. Any plans this weekend? Not right now, no. My face adopts a sly smirk. Why, your mum said I can stay over? But Monika goes a bit crimson. She then looks back towards me. Well, that's part of it. But the main reason is, because my mum asked if want to. But the main reason I'm asking is because mum wanted to know if you want to come with us for dinner this weekend. I'd love to, yeah. I then realised something. One thing I got asked though, does your dad know your mum invited me? Not yet, no. I'm sure she'll tell him when he gets back. I nod, my nose raised and I kick him. It seems that Monika's taken note of this. Hey. I take both my hands, the hands in hers, and rub the back of them gently with her thumbs. She takes time to think about her response. I can imagine you don't got the best impression of that. And to be completely honest, I fully understand. Well, just have a little closer to me. Maybe we can use dinner to show him what he's wrong about you. I give the idea some thought. I pull Monika closer, a smile recurring to my face. Feels like a moment out of some cheesy romance movie, but I can't deny how much my heart races when she's around. We can try. I make a quick but yet passionate kiss on the lips. She does the same, resting her hand on my hips. We soon pull away from each other whilst our cheeks look like ripe tomatoes. I'll call you when I'm home. I love you. And she walks. I call out to her, love you too. I walk back to the door, unlock it and head inside. I went to the couch, slumping my bag next to me as I do so, because I have something to look forward to this weekend. No one else, Monika and I would more likely go on another date, but having dinner with her seems like a nice change of pace. I'm still a little nervous meeting her parents for the first time, not to mention I'll definitely keep my tongue in check on her father. Just keep my chin up and hope for the best, I suppose. That being said, Saturday can't come quick enough. Got rid of a review botter. There's a lot of those recently. It's a really big problem on Twitch. Excuse me. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's finally Saturday. I'm still a little groggy from the night before, but hey, that's what I get for staying up all night playing Doom with Raiji. It is worth it, just to release the exam stress. Less tidiness ain't nothing. A shower and a couple dozen of cups of coffee can't fix. In my bed and haul myself to the bathroom for a quick wash. While the water soaked my skin, I reflect on the last few days. Besides mine and Monika's first minor argument, and Monika opened up the story, there hasn't been much that stuck out. Of course, today marks the first two I'm meeting Monika's parents the first time and spending the night with Monika as well. Naturally, I'm nervous about both parts of today. I'm actually gonna get to sleep with Monika tonight. Now, whilst I know for a fact I won't try and remotely lose straight away, after all I've only been shy of 2 weeks. Should I prepare just in case? No, that's a bloody awful idea. I don't have rush sort of things, and man only knows Monika wouldn't either. I turn the shower off and step out. I grab a towel and dry myself off before wrapping the towel around me and heading back to my room. When entering, I put a loose fitting shirt and some flannel pattern lounge pants in my closet and put them on. Since I'm not going to monitor later tonight, I don't need to make myself presentable just yet. Speaking of tonight, Monika hasn't gone back to me if I'll have to walk down myself or if her parents will be picking me up. I'm guessing I'll know later tonight. My ears then catch the sound of the door swinging open and then shutting, followed by an audible and notably quick footsteps coming up the stairs. Up to the only belong to. Hello, Echo. Nasuke and I heading down Akiba today. You coming with? Pause for a moment. Well, first I was thanks for knocking. But I didn't not. Oh, wait. I give Sayo a shrug smile. Time to use some of Sayo's own logic against her. Now, what about if I just started getting changed, Wouldn't be the first time now, would it? No thank. So it gives me a little shove as I laugh a little. Anyway, I would have come down, but I'm going to get ready for my date with Monika. Yeah? Yeah, I'm having a dinner with her and her parents tonight. Why didn't you say so? You got an outfit ready? I mean, I still got sorry. Without finishing my answer, so I rushes out to my closet and begins rummaging through it. I thought you had out of Nat. She can wait. I'm not letting you mess up your date. I blast inside, so I continue to search. No. My goodness, just how dark is your closet? She keeps searching until she finally halts, emitting an exaggerated sigh of disgust. What is this? Sorry, marched towards me with a pair of mustard yellow jeans and an exceedingly garnished green dress shirt. Ah, you found that? Why do you have this? She's looking at me like she saw me commit a bloody murder. Well, it's only murdered any shred of dignity I had when I bought that. Why on earth would you want to look like a human avocado, like, at all? Well, it was a couple of years back. Mum dragged me to a work do. If I recall right, it was 90s themes. So I just had the most garnished combo I could get my hands on. Well, just be thankful I'm not Nasuke. She'd probably tend to get committed. I chuckle a bit at that. She'd probably drag me there herself if she saw me in this. Probably, yeah. I'm guessing it's a no on that? Burn it. I give a mock salute. Roger, roger. So I then throws the clothes on the bed and continues to search. I slide the garnished pair under my bed. In retrospect, just what on earth was I thinking? Eventually, Story comes holding a pair of trousers and a dress shirt, of course, both are black. Look, this is all I could find, but I'm sure Monika won't mind. Story hands me the clothes and I neatly fold them up. I know I was going to sort it myself, but thanks for helping him out. It's no biggie. I'm going to ask though, what are you doing after that? Oh, I'm spending the night at Moni's. So you're sleeping with Monika? Pretty much, yeah. You want protection, right? For goodness sake, Sayori. With just one simple yes/no question, Sayori manages to cause all my blood to migrate to my cheeks. As she laughs up a storm, I cover my face, trying best not to scream into them. Yep, so Natsuki's sense of humour has definitely rubbed off on her. I then managed to mush up a sentence, a bit partly muffled by my hand. No, we're not going to do that. I then moved my hands down my face, revealing my eyes as I looked towards my window. At least not right now. Well, when you do, please keep it to yourselves. So she scrunches her face, clearly dreading that day. My arms fall to my side, I can't help but smirk. Don't worry, it'll just be between Moni and I. Just then, a trio of rapid knocks on the door. The pair of us make a beeline for the door. I open the door to see Natsuki standing there. She must have knocked at Sayori's before realizing she was here. Morning, Nat. I then yawn. Wow, you look like junk. Natsuki proudly starts a laugh. I huff sarcastically and stick my thumbs up. Oh, thanks. Sayori pushes past me and gives Natsuki a hug. Hey Natsuki, sub Sayo. Let me guess, helping this doofus with his homework? Nah, he'll be over mine if that was the case. I have Echo pick out an outfit for his dinner with Monika tonight. Dinner, eh? Sounds a bit formal. It's nothing really. Meeting a pair or sleeping with her doesn't sound like nothing. Whoa, 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 wait a freaking minute. You're doing what? A nervous laugh barely escapes my mouth. Phrasing goes a long way, sorry. Well, try not to wake your parents up, I guess. That seems more confused than anything. I sigh. Sure, whatever. She playfully jabs at my shoulder. Well, you crazy kids have fun. Then turns to Sayori. You ready to go? Yeah. Good luck tonight, Echo. Without the pair of them, start the long walk to the train station. Just about to head inside, my notification goes off. Take my phone from my pocket and turn the screen on. All new messages, Monika. I put my PIN number in and read her messages. Hey, Beth, I didn't message you sooner, but you'll have to come to mine tonight. That's still a little but hurt about you staying over. Our address is 1427 Sakura STBTW. See you at 5XX. I make a reminder of Monika's address and the time before heading inside. Make my way to the kitchen and finally grab myself some breakfast. My stomach's been rumbling since I woke up. Check the fridge and to my relief there's some bacon left. I get the leftovers out and set ready up a pan. Before I start cooking though, I think over Molly's test, mostly when considering her dad. I kinda figured he wouldn't be thrilled if his daughter's boyfriend over in any capacity. Let's just hope he sees my face for the first time, that he doesn't cause a scene on the spot. Oh well, I got a little over 8 hours to prep, so I should be good. I'm more excited about seeing Monika, of course. Just 8 painstaking hours to go. With one final check over my face for any spot where I may have missed whilst going over my stubble, I feel presentable enough for tonight. As I walk back towards my bedroom, I catch a glimpse of my reflection in the mirror. Man, I look semi-decent. Whilst the bag I left on the edge of my bed only has a few things. Pyjamas, toothbrush, as a change of clothes for tomorrow. I decided to leave Mum a text letting her know that I'm about to leave for Moni's and I'll be locking the door. Then again, I don't think Mum's going to be back till later as she's going out for dinner herself with a guy from the office. Mamo, I think she said his name was. Return my focus to my own situation, I sling my bag over my shoulder and check the time on my phone. 4:26 PM. Should be plenty of time to get to Monika's. If I don't get lost in the way, that is. I then make my way outside. That's nice. The sunlight hits my eyes before I turn around and lock the door. I then tip my phone and go to my Maps app. Enter Monika's address, and soon enough the app comes up with a route there. A route of roughly 20 minutes there. Take a deep breath. You can do this, Echo. Start the trip. House comes into view, and like the others, it stands on its own. I take a step closer and see a house number correctly. 1428. That's it, that's the one. Be assured I go up and knock on the door. Through the single open window I hear a pair of voice debating who should open the door. One of them is clearly Monika's. Soon enough the door clicks up and opens up. Fair play. Screenshot time. You made it! Hey, Echo. Monika closes the door behind her. Hey. My single response trails off as any other words escape me. She looks bloody radiant. And hey, she's wearing black too. It's not the colour I expected to see her in, but it suits her. I'm guessing you like the dress? You've been staying for a while now. Oh, but sorry. I blush a little. You look gorgeous. Giggles cutely. Thanks. You're looking pretty fine yourself. A chuckling smirk. Nah, that's all you. You even think of what I'm saying sometimes. I run my hand down my arm and gently squeeze her hand on my own. We stand there for a moment, letting the early evening breeze surround us. I was shared with surprise the door opens once again, a slender figure walking out. My goodness. I'm guessing this is the Echo you keep gushing about, Monika? Yes, it is. Monika blushes a little at her mother's comment. Yep, Echo. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Hayori. Monika's mum smiles gently, giving a comforting vibe. It's nice to meet you. Monika said some wonderful things about you. And please call me Harume. Monika then came up to me, noticing the bag I brought with me. You want me to take that up to my room? You sure? Like I don't mind saying. I'm sure. Despite being slightly taken aback by her hurried response, I comply and give her the bag. Nerves, I guess. I don't blame her. I was the same when I was her age. That makes two of us. Like I've been nervous all this morning. And that is not an exaggeration. Then another figure walks out the door. This time he's wearing a dark suit and seems to have an average build, not too slim but not too stocky. I don't know, why did Monika just run up the stairs? She's putting Echo's things upstairs. That is the key. He then grumbles something before looking in my direction. The moment his eyes meet mine, I feel my breath stop itself from leaving my throat. Here I am, face to face with Monika's father. Everything she had told me about him remains fresh in my mind. I was dreaded this day to some extent, mainly because I didn't exactly know how I'd react to seeing him. I promised I'd keep myself in check, mostly for Monika's sake, but also because I don't fancy getting punched in the face. He soon speaks up, his delivery being fairly deadpan. I am assuming that you're Echo? I nod rather sheepishly, my blood running cold. Yes, that's me. Trying to at least appear proper, raise an arm and offer a handshake. It takes him a minute to reciprocate, but he eventually does. Although his grip is firm. Deliberately so. He releases me soon after and I gently massage my right hand. He doesn't say anything else to me. Even if he hasn't ever said that he doesn't want me here, he's definitely giving off those vibes. And by the look in her eyes, I can tell Harume can tell that as well. She goes to say something, but Monika soon rejoins us. I'm back. Monika looks back at me. You put yourself on my bed. I nod. Monika's dad then goes to lock the door. Bead of sweat rundles Monika's face. Clearly she's nervous about tonight. And quite honestly, I can't blame her. I watched out to calm my eyes. Monika's dad approaches his car to unlock it. Afterwards, he turns his head towards the three of us. Get in. His tone sounds more gruff than I was expected, clearly showing some irritation. Oh boy, tonight's just going to be swell. The three then shuffle into the car and start our journey to the restaurant. Not many words on the way there. Just increasing tense silence. Just took us over an hour to get to the restaurant, but thankfully we were able to arrive with no arguments. In all fairness, the only two people who spoke during the trip were Monika and Harume. Even though it wasn't much to break the seeming tension. As for the restaurant itself, it honestly looked really nice. And quite expensive as well. Then again, Monika's family are better off financial-wise. Tables are laid out neatly and there's a strong blue light illuminating the place. A suited waiter guides us to our table and takes our orders. Wow, this place is nice. Being unsure, I opt for a steak. Why do I feel sort of place here? At least I'm thankful I'm not the one paying. As my only parents go to pay for the food, Monika turns to me. She rests her hand on my knee. Still feeling a little nervous, Echo? Keeps her voice gentle and low. Keep my voice low as well. A little, yeah. You? He nods. To be honest, it's not this that I'm nervous about. It's when we get back to mine. Cross my hand over hers and give it a squeeze. I mean, he's not really paid me much of his mind so far. Like a big part of me thought he was going to have my throat. No, he's not. Monika eyes quickly dart over to her parents and her voice trails off. I got to say something, but the sight of her parents more so her father, silenced those ideas. Monika quickly forced a smile as her parents rejoin the table. We should be here in 40 minutes. I almost sits down with a smile for myself and Monika. As for Daisuke, he wears a rather neutral expression bordering on being dead inside. As silence between the four of us, aside from the occasional sip from Harume. Around us there's clatter of plates and glasses from other parties. Eventually Harume speaks up. So I was waiting till I met Echo to ask this. How did you two meet? This sudden question brings Monika back from seeming daydream. Monika then turns to me. You mind taking this one? I racked my brain for the former coherent but rather abridged recap of the past few weeks. So Monika runs the literature club at school. And I was listening on. Well, that was the first time we talked since second year. We said English class and worked together pretty much all the time. I gotta be honest, I'm surprised no one thought we were a couple. And even if there were people that did, well, it only took them just shy of 2 years to be proven right. Monika says giggling. Then you joined the club and it's almost like you picked up where we left off. Miles daydreamingly seeming to reflect fondly in our past. Those few days after we were a little tense, if that's the word for it. Saturday was fun. I remember how excited you got the night before. She almost confessed to me that day. Admittedly, I was planning to confess during the festival. Just wish it could have been under better circumstances. My heart sinks as I say that, knowing Harume probably wonder what I'm on about. With Monika and Harume's present change, but Monika looks worried and Harume seems a bit confused. To my surprise, Monika's dad speaks to Monika first since I came here. But he said the festival went well. Monika looks away with regret in her eye. I go to rest my hand on her knee, but she moves her leg away and I awkwardly track my hand. Aye. She gets through parted lips, whilst Daisuke looks irritated, Harume looks disheartened, me and my big mouth. No, the festival didn't go well. In fact, it went horribly. After the third, fourth run of the recital, we ended up cancelling because it was worse than we'd imagined. We paused to take a breath before continuing. I ended up storming off and Echo came after me. Saw a smile then returned to Monika's face. Then we talked it out and eventually we confessed to each other. Monika, you could have told us it didn't go well. I don't want to seem like a complete failure again. You're not a failure, you never have been. I just wish you told us what happened. You know, it worries me when you hide stuff like that. Daisuke mutters something in his breath. Walks over and once again regret in her eyes. Potentially dispersed by the arrival of the table's food. Smells as good as it looks. Soon, the only sounds of the four of us clattering utensils against the ceramic place and the ever so slightly audible sound of chewing. As for my steak, it's exceedingly tender. I am no expert when it comes to food, unless it's instant ramen and fried chicken, but this is probably the best steak I've ever had. Daisuke soon addresses me directly. So, Echo, Responsibility, I'm still eating. You made any plans after you finished high school? I paused for a moment to swallow. I was actually thinking of applying for Hadakayo University. I see. Might I ask why you haven't already applied? So it gets weirdly confidential. Well, the last couple of days have been quite stressful. Why Hydrogen University all place, may I ask? I didn't sign up for interrogation tonight. I mean, it's close to home and it got a very promising music production course there. And Monica mentioned you were a musician. I nod. Yep, my mother helped me with getting into that. Rowan smiles nervously, trying to best to ease the seeming tension between Daisuke and myself. And what are your plans if you don't work out? I haven't thought much of a clear plan yet, but I'm sure I'll think of something. Daisuke grumbles under his breath and averts his eye away from me. Part of me wants to question what exactly he just said, but I told myself I wasn't going to cause a rift. Out of the corner I see Monika mouth something with an understandably irritated look in her. Daisuke turned to face her. What about you, Monika? Have you filled out the application for Tenshi yet? Isn't that the private business school? No, not yet. May I ask why? Daisuke tones get notably sharper when addressing Monika. To be completely fair, the way he's acting is making me slightly uncomfortable. Because I don't personally think a private school would be the best move for me. Plus, I don't have a solid idea on what I want to do. Like, part of me has been considering getting back into music because of Echo. Monika tried, I'm a little stunned. I've never seen Monika get blunt with anyone. Hey, welcome back, Smith. How are you doing, bud? We are continuing with Doki Doki Within today. And we are currently on a dinner date with Monika and her parents. And her dad's a bit of a thing. Ice King's back. Hey, welcome back, Ice King. Good to see you. Again, as I was saying to Smith, we're great, thanks. How about you? I'm doing good. I will admit my throat is being stupid. I think I've been talking faster today and my throat's like dried out even faster than usual. But other than that, I'm doing good. I lost my lingering cold since I did have one of those. I couldn't appear for a few streams because I got some exams and I got to study. Hey, no problem. Again, that takes Her dad looks scary. Yeah, he really does. No, exams and stuff, that takes priority, so I get that 100%. Exams are very important, so good on you folks in that. Plus, I got all my VODs on YouTube, so you can always go back to check out. Very scary, yeah. Although I will say we are missing one of my streams because I got a copyright strike. Because the Arby's horror short stories at the Arby's Jillibees, like the chicken place, that the guy who published it copyrighted and took my video down, which I don't think he can technically do because that would come under fair use, but I can't counterclaim it without giving him all my personal details, which I'm not doing. So I sent him an email, but he hasn't got back to me, and I doubt he will. But it's fine. But anyway, as we'll continue. Of course, as you know, get fired up. I shut it as I think back to how it burst at me and Yuri. This is how long has her dad been badgering her about tension. Given how fed up she sounded, I'm guessing it's been a while. As she brows sharp and I noticed his hand tense up. In response, Monika shrinks in her seat. Monika darts between them, fearing what may happen next. The pair of you cut it out. Churume's sudden interjection is hushed and desperate. Monika is first to back down, shortly followed by her father. Make a quick glance around us. There are more than a few eyes on our table. More than enough to make me feel a little uneasy. We continue to eat our dinner in silence. Much like the journey here, it's a heavy silence. Now I'm just worried that what would have happened if Army didn't step in. Is that her mother? Yes, that is her mother. She's rather... what's the word? Well-portioned. Yeah, that's her. That's Monika's mother. For some reason, I feel a lump in my throat. Yeah, I cast some of the lukewarm water and lower my face. The feeling of warm water soaking from my skin has provided some relief from the stress I've been able to mask for a decent chunk of the night. As soon as we got back, Kurume and Daisuke stayed downstairs whilst Monika and I went straight upstairs. Monika opted to get changed as soon as we got upstairs, meaning her room was temporarily off limits for me. At least she was nice enough to hand me my pajamas to change in the bathroom. After drying my face, I pick up my clothes and walk into Monika's room. As I shut the door and approach Monika's room, I overhear the sound of glass bottles chattering. Not long after, I hear her roommate get quite obviously annoyed. Whose house you at? We're at Monika's house. Seriously, another one? That's the third bottle. That's the third bottle you've had since we got back. Tomorrow's my day off. I don't see any issue. Shaking my head, I knock Monika's door. It's open. She certainly perked up since we got back. Why? Because we had food out with her and now we're spending the night over at her house. We're innocently spending the night at her house. I open the door and let myself in. Hey, Echo. I'm just going to get some water. I'll be right back. Rushes out as soon as I enter. Luckily, she's only gone for a couple of minutes or so. Meantime, I just stretch out and let a long yawn. Quite frankly, I just want to sleep with my arms wrapped around Monika. Go to rest my hand on the desk. When to my surprise, I feel something. Yes, I look down and my eyes meet a small orange container. I read the labels and one word sticks out. Mytorazepine? Isn't that for treating? My heart sinks at the realization. Curiosity taken over, I pick up the plastic bottle. Going any further, the door clicks open. And back, love. What do you say you want? Oh. So you found those? Didn't see Monika with exceeding downcast look in her face. Monika? My shaker slightly set on the balcony. I say lightly. I'm sorry, Monika. I shouldn't have. No, Echo. You're bound to find out eventually. Despite me tears forming in the corners of her eyes. Yeah. It's a look I remember from not just the festival, but even the first day we spent together outside of school. Monika worsley walks past me, starting to face the wall. Come up behind her and rest a hand on his shoulder. You should leave. It's for your own good. Wait, what? I'm not gonna leave. My response comes a twice blunter than I intended. Turns to face me, tears underwhelming her eyes. Yet she remains silent. Desperation then grips my mind. When? When are you gonna tell me about this? Monika averts her gaze. I wasn't. It's dreadactic. Yikes. Possibly? I don't know if it's illegal. I don't know if it's the illegal kind or something over the counter. I wasn't. She was softly through parted lips. I never wanted you to know in the first place. My eyes widening ever so slightly. I can only ask myself why. Why wouldn't she want me to know about this? We can begin to think out of words. She then let out a tired chuckle. Man, I'm surprised you even put up for me this long. What on earth are you saying? I lock onto mine. Her expression is direct. Echo, I'm needy, bossy, and borderline possessive. No, it's depression medication. Can we still chat though? Dude, you've been more than welcome to chat since you asked earlier. But by chat, it will be in... Do you know no to no ha? No, I don't. I don't know that, sorry. Not to even go into my depression, and man knows whatever else is wrong with me. I know this isn't going to be any good for you in the long run. None of it is. And those, she gestured towards the bottle, they only help so much. I'm generally scared that the ones keep keeping me from here, you know? From DDLC, no I don't. I mean, I have Thanos pills that has a round like same effect, but I don't take right now. She just named her personality, yeah. I rested both hands on his shoulders and took a deep breath. Okay, you're not needy. You're certainly not bossy. And if you were really that possessive, wouldn't you have stopped Yuri, Natsuki, and Sori from hanging around me by now? Monika takes a deep breath and eventually nods. I suppose you're right. Monika then wipes her eyes. Man, I'm a wreck. Echo. Monika's expression now is once more. You know the point in the movie where you want to scream at the cards before they do something stupid? This is that moment. You need to go. But please, Echo, before I mess up your life too. Because if I can't help myself, what chances do you have? And if I accidentally hurt you by doing something stupid, then I could never forgive myself. Monika's voice breaks as she says that. Once again, she's on the verge of crying. I'm beyond stunned. Of course, I already know that a small fraction of what was going on with Monika, even her Goku thoughts, but even now, she seemingly convinced herself that she's beyond help. I've taken a moment to process everything she just said. I grip her hand firmly and pull her a little closer. I'm staying. She looks back at me, seeming perplexed by her response. Look, Monika, I like you. I know that won't be enough to fix your depression, but I'm gonna do my damn hardest to support you. I understand that things like this take time, but it's time I'll gladly use to support you and get you the help you need and spending time with you. I know, yeah, the close-ups make me very nervous. Monika, every moment with you is the same. Time is time I absolutely treasure. It's time I wouldn't trade for anything else. I like you, imperfections and all. I'm sure as hell not gonna give up on you. No matter how tough it gets, I'm staying. The pouring back tears of my own by the time I finished. Monika eventually gives me a gentle yet still teary-eyed smile. I like you, but you must be some kind of Christ if you're staying with me. Game is weird, yeah, it is. That managed to get me a brief chuckle out of me. In that case, I'm a master who loves you dearly. Squeeze a hand gently. For me, what price should I say? Price? What are we pricing? What price are we saying for this game? I don't think there's a price too high. Well, personally, I would say I would be more willing to spend more on story and Natsuki than Monika, but as it's the focus of a character, there is no price too high. That's what you're referring to. Oh, you're getting a model. Not like I'm getting a model that. Honestly, I don't know. Price-wise, I really don't know what they go for. I've heard that good ones can be in the hundreds, a couple hundred, but actual pricing, I don't know. It's not something I've ever looked into. Should I just say free? If you're making it, I should. If you're making it, probably price it. Depends how much time you spend on it. If you're spending lots of time on it, sure. Although if it is your first one selling, it might be better off to be on the slightly lower side due to the fact that you're an unknown artist. No, I'm asking Elena Vtuber. Let's see what she does. Normally I think they have like set prices. She's on Discord. If it's only on Discord, I would be very careful because I've had a few. I don't know. There's some very unlegit ones, and I've had quite a few that they've talked to me asking, and I'm just like, I'm very skeptical of, because some of the art look very. I'm so confused. A person over Twitch Ice Cream is looking at VTuber models, and he's asking what's a good price for them. But I'm saying I would just be a bit cautious, because I know a lot of them are very suspicious and overly pushy. So, although my response would probably get a more reputable, someone who's more well known. If she is well known, good. But I'm just it'd be something I'm a bit skeptical of, because I've looked into a few of them, and some of them are less. I don't know how legitimate they are, but I'd say just watch yourself. Other than that, I can't offer any more advice really, because again, like I said, it's not something I looked into. It's in your Discord. Oh, yeah, I've had a few of them in my Discord. You shouldn't be advertising. That's... Oh, yeah. She tried to sell me something as well. I'm not gonna be fair. It's a really big problem. I mean, they showed me their work. It seems good, but it's so hard to be sure. Perfect. Well, my normal price for this type of work is 200, but for now it will be done in for you, and you will just have to pay 70 as a money to start your work, and the remaining when you approve your work says. Nah, I wouldn't. No, I don't like the idea. I wouldn't pay £70 up front, because the issue with that is you can just take it and walk off with it. That's my issue with that. I wouldn't do that if I were you. If you want, I can go message them, because they shouldn't be advertising. Using my Discord to advertise, because they shouldn't be DMing people without consent. Yeah, that's literally one of the rules. So whether or not you want to, it's up to you here if you want anything done about that, but she shouldn't have messaged you without permission beforehand, so. If you want, I can, yeah, say something about that, because I will probably say something, because you shouldn't be messaging people about that in the first place, not let alone on my Discord. What's my wooden advertising? Yeah, no self-promotion or advertising. So, play the Cactus mod. Giraffe 447. There's a giraffe mod? There's a Cactus mod? I wasn't aware of that. Well, it's something I look into. It's definitely something I look into. Okay, I rejected the offer. Yeah. Okay, well, we continue in a minute. We'll continue in a minute. But, they will be pushy about rejections. I'll go, I'll sort out a more, we'll continue the game, yeah. Well, I'll talk more about it towards the end. Anyway, I squeeze her hand gently. I then release her hand and take a step back. I'm just gonna get my ribbon out. Could you go over there and turn the light off? Of course, yes. As I ask, go towards the light and flick it off. Not long after, like that, your Monika approached me. Echo? Her voice oozes invitationally. Upon instinct, I touched her face. I told her face her. Before I can even respond to her, she yanks me towards her by my shirt and passionately presses her lips against mine. Oh no! Yeah. My body first tenses up, but it quickly relaxes against Monika's grip. My god, the art in this is amazing! That is... Ignoring the situation, which is making me a bit ill, that's... diagnosis. Yeah, that is... Fair play, that is really nice art. Like, I have to say, so far, this is some of the best art in the game whatsoever. Like, I have... This art is amazing. Really nice. Yes, Kiss, how much you have right now? I mean, how much you want to pay me right now? They're asking. Yeah, you know, that's my issue. They will just be pushed. They are really overly pushy about it. Like, I'm not gonna be funny. It's the desperation to get something out of you. It raises concerns, because I've worked with a smaller artist before. They, instead of money up front, you pay them at the end, but everything's watermarked, so all the progress they show you is all watermarks, so you can't use it without paying them. But paying up front, yeah, just they will. If there's anything to go off last, then they will keep pushing you about it. If they do, just ignore them or block them. Really, I'll have a. I'll make sure they're not on the Discord later as well, because this is a no-go. Oh, she's really going in there, dang. Yeah, she is. Unlike the numerous other times we've kissed, her passion is up front and centre. Her grip is firm and the sensation of her touch intangible. As I settle into her gasp, I kiss her back, trying to match her passion. I eventually lose track of how much time we spent like this, but there's nothing more I'd like than to protect her and everything we have between us. At the same time, the way she's talking has me immensely concerned. Coupling that with her dad's seemingly disdain for his own daughter, it only cements the idea of my very uncertain future in my head. It's a prospect that some people would likely shudder at. But it's a risk I'm willing to face. After what feels like a blissful eternity, Monika inches her face away but keeps relatively close. In reality, the kiss only lasted for a few minutes, but it was worth every single minute. She practically lifts her eyelids, wearing a dreamy silk smile on her face. When I head to bed, it may have only been 9 o'clock, but an early night wouldn't hurt. Yeah, I do. We both release each other and head towards her bed. As soon as we climb up and pull a cut, I feel Monika's fingers tugging at my shirt. Oh no, I don't think we're doing that. I raise my arm as she drapes her arms across me and rests her head on my chest. After she's made herself comfortable as she possibly can, I rest my arms across her. It takes time, but I feel myself drifting off to sleep, peaceful together with a girl I love dearly. Yes, it was nothing, it was all wholesome, nothing not safe for work. I groggily open my eyes. Looks towards the slightest gap between the curtains and the windows. It's still night. I look down to Monika. It seems that in however many hours she slept, Monika's been able to wriggle out of my arm and is currently curled up next to me. Making a tired smirk, I try to get off the bed without waking her up. Oh gosh, I almost died. Yeah, I don't like those scenes myself. It makes me immensely uncomfortable. I walk towards the lone desk and check my phone. 11:08. Huh? Here I was thinking it was at least past midnight. I set my phone down and I feel a slight pain in my stomach. I think I need some water. I leave the room once again, trying my hardest not to wake Monika. That's his live. Yeah. I have... Let me show... I've got my safety story. This is my safety story. This is my safety story. I put this up whenever there's something on screen that's going to get me in trouble. So if I'm scared of something, I put my safety story up so it can't get me in trouble on YouTube. An instant door shut, I stand in the hallway for a moment to allow my eyes to readjust to my surroundings. That's a big head, yeah. I turn my head to look down the staircase. As I do, my ears begin to pick up the sound of television downstairs. It sounds like some run-of-the-mill comedy program. I rub my eyes and head straight for the kitchen. Scan the cupboards for glass. MC, I beg you, don't go downstairs. Okay, normal. I hear some voices from the other room, but everything's still a little fuzzy. After eventually finding a small glass, I grab it, close the cupboard and go towards the sink. As I'm running the water, the voice starts to resonate a bit clearer. One in particular. I mean, did you even see the look she gave me? Do you exactly blame her? You've been at her for this since last year. Early suspicions confirmed, I guess. Her dusky groan. And I doubt she's forgiven you for making her panic about Echo. I doubt she's forgiven me again. Don't get me started on that lanky... Oh my goodness! Language! Don't get me started on lanky, pasty-faced... I'm not going to say that word. Dusky. Howard's voice is hushed and clearly frustrated. You know those two are upstairs and you're really saying that? Look, I'm just saying how I see it. I'm sorry if you don't like that. Besides, they're both probably doing something stupid anyway. He scoffs. That's Monika's problem. She does things and she doesn't even think of the consequences. Lucky for her, she's got someone to revel in our stupidity with. I stop drinking and my breathing slows to a steep crawl. I don't even know how to feel. I'm angry, confused, heartbroken. There's so many things I don't understand but can't explain. I then heard the creaking of a sofa, shortly followed by footsteps. But the way she's been with me, she's better count herself lucky I even let Echo step one foot in my house. Dusky then walks into the kitchen, heads straight for the fridge, not even noticing me. If I'm careful enough, I could possibly place the glass next to the sink without making too much noise. Should be... You should... wait, that's the mum and dad talking, yeah. I'm just gonna quietly put the... Oh, I dropped it. Man, thanks to how shaky my hand was, the glass ended up clattering with other assorted mugs and glasses that were already there. I turned to face the fridge to see if he noticed me. As predicted, he had. Well, yeah. He just stands there, another bottle head firmly in his hand. Hey. Sorry about the noise, I was just getting... My voice shakes and trails off under the intensity of his stare. For some reason, it sends shivers down my spine. I'm in silence for a moment, as does he. I'll just head back upstairs. Make it quick. Tone's rather gruff and demanding. He leaves almost immediately after speaking to me. Punch him? No. What I will say about him, yes, he doesn't seem like the nicest person, but he hasn't actually physically done anything wrong to us. You really suck, Echo. Yeah, he hasn't actually done anything towards us. Yes, he doesn't like us. But then I don't think that's unfair. Everything we've known about him isn't... Well, from what we know from Monika, the stuff he's done is unacceptable. From our character's personal experience, he hasn't done anything that really warrants anything to hostility. I know he really doesn't like us, but then that's probably quite a common thing. But, yeah, anyway, it's not all bad. At least not now. It might get worse later, I don't know. He leaves almost immediately after speaking to me. I rush upstairs, admittedly shaken by the small exchange and everything I had previously heard. And sneak back into Monika's room without waking her. My heartbeat starts to revert back to its past steadiness. After a few moments, my breath steadies itself and I get back into bed. Then curl up behind her and attempt to wrap my arms around her. It's easy to do so with my right arm, but with my left arm I had to carefully inch my arm between her hip and the mattress. She still stirs a little, but I'm thankfully successful besides that. Either that or she's a heavy sleeper. Then rest my hand against her shoulder and close my eyes. For the most part, I'm able to distract myself from what I'd overheard Dusky say. Sure, it shook me up. I'm not planning on letting him ruin the time I share with Monika. I think to myself for a moment, Moni said that part of her might have been considering getting back to music. Might have an idea of what we can do tomorrow. And I loud yawn as I open my eyes and stretch my right arm. My left arm feels a little numb though. Maybe there might have been a better way to get there on Moni. Well, there's always next time. Then hear my phone go off from across the room. AFK, okay, no problem. After carefully placing my arm from underneath my girlfriend, I go to check who texted me. As soon as I turn my screen on, I have to almost immediately turn the brightness down. I swear I'm going to go blind because of that one day. When I readjust, I find out it's a text from Mum and 12 from Sorority. I'm guessing she had another late night. It's nothing I can't complain about. I've done it more times than I'd honestly like to admit. I decided to check Mum's message first. She's just checking how things went last night. I sent a quick message back. Yeah, it went well for the most part. Don't think Moni's dad likes me though. That's putting it lightly. I put my phone in my pocket and I look back at Monika. A smile formed across my face. She's at peace and she's bloody adorable. Can't say though, as my stomach is aching. Oh, did we get food poisoning? I step out into the hall and rub the trace of sleep from my eyes. I know the pair of us would like to being with each other has helped us sleep better, but last night I genuinely believe I slept the best I have for a while. Though I might just be feeling all lovey-dovey, as Natsuki probably would say. I started to head downstairs. Maybe just drink tap water, that's weird. Head in the kitchen, the sound of snoring becomes more apparent by the minute. Before I figured out what I'm having for breakfast, I peek into the front room and spot Daisuke asleep on the sofa. I'm guessing Harume eventually grew tired of his drunken rambling. After a slight detour, I searched the kitchen and eventually found some bread. Toast always a safe bet. Once I've sorted out my breakfast, I sit at the table, start to scroll through Sori's text. For the most part, it's just a bunch of photos from her and Natsuki's trip to Akihabara. However, I eventually see an actual test. Upon initially reading it, I'm confused. I read it out loud, being as quiet as I can. What's your mum doing at Nat's? Huh? As far as I know, she was going out with Mamo from her work. If she was, then why was she... As far as I knew, she was going out with Momo's. If she was, then why would she be at Nat's? As soon as it hits me and my jaw hangs. Is he really Natsuki's? I rest my head in my hands. Oh, I better prepare myself for an awkward day at the club tomorrow. I then feel a finger tap my shoulder. Echo, it's just me. You want some coffee? You look tired. Smile forms across my face. I see Monika. I yawn gently and rub my eyes. Morning, gorgeous. I give Monika a big goofy smile and she blushes. Oh, Echo, you're so sweet. But seriously, I'm making you a coffee. I'm not having you pass out on my table. Monika quickly makes a start on our drinks. Can't help but chuckle at how insistent she is to got our coffee. Well, I suppose that's on brand for her. In time, she finds both mugs and brings them over. After she does so, she pulls out a chair and sits next to me. Guess you didn't sleep too well? Kinda. Well, the first thing you said when you found out, let's see. Okay, careful with the spoilers there, mister. I only woke up once, besides that I slept pretty good. For the time being, I decided to leave out what happened when I was up. Mostly due to Daisuke being asleep in the next room. Who's to say when he'd wake up? Also, I know it's a bit of an odd question, especially since we've only just gotten up and all, but what do you want to do today? For once in my life, I'm able to hold in an obvious dirty joke. My brain still has time to wake up, besides it's too early for that. Well, there's one idea I had. I rest my hands on top of Monika's hand as I give her a soft smile. In typical fashion, she does the same. You said you were thinking of getting back into music, right? Yeah, I am. Why, you want to make some music with me? Yeah. How would you know I was going to say that? Also, I'm talking about a gift mod. Oh, okay. It's just so hard to know now, because I don't know what's going to happen. Also, the whole thing that our mother is over... So our mother was gone out with Natsuki's father, but then saying that it could be business related. Because I will say that's not uncommon. That isn't uncommon. But I don't think it's implied that way. I know this is probably going to sound like I'm calling you predictable, but it sounds like a very you thing to suggest, you know? I mean, I can't say she's entirely wrong about that. I just thought it'd be a nice thing to do together. So would you be up for it? I'd love to. Just won't warn you, I'm going to be rusty as anything. You know, I don't mind helping you, Moni. I know. Just more reason to like you. Anyway, I'm going to get a shower. I know you can't join. She says that in a strict but very still joking manner, while goes upstairs, an excited bounce on her step. As I finish up, I go upstairs and get dressed myself. Pick up the bag I brought with me and tip the clothes out from it. It's only the basics, a shirt, some jeans, as well as a change of boxers and socks. Get changed relatively quick, brush my hair with my hand. Now I have to wait for Monika to finish up in the shower. After a few minutes, I finally hear the door click open. I'm ready, my love. Oh, your outfit. Cool. Once again, I'm in awe how amazing she looks. How would you like the skirt? Well, last Christmas, but never felt it was the right time to wear it. Will Myers and Laughel, why, you look great. I swear you're my biggest confidence booster. Well, I'm glad to help. She had a quick hug. You want to head out? Sure, why not? I'll just let Mum know. Before we leave her room, I grab my bag, now packed with all my clothes from last night. I end up idly waiting in the hallway while Monika lets Harume know she'll be out. However, perhaps due to the near deathly silence, I'm able to pick up what's been said. You okay? Oh, of course, yeah. Mum, you've been crying again. There's a moment of silence. There's one that lingers in my mind again. Man, how much of a constant is Daisuke behavior? And that in mind, just how long has it been this way? Did he, no, he didn't. He said a few choice things, raised his voice a bit. He hadn't gotten physical with me for a few months now. I'll probably get breakfast. Stream will probably be finished when I get back, but I do have a video to react to. I'm gonna have, we can add it to a pool of ones to watch. I just want to be extra careful now, especially with the whole strike situation. I don't want to get, it should expire by October, but if I get 2 more, my channel will be gone, so I want to be careful with reactions. But anyway, don't worry, have a good breakfast, as we'll probably be ending soon. I'll also sort the whole VTuber problem as well, because that's not cool. I'll also get that sorted as well. Blood runs cold. Those words from last night come flooding back at a breakneck pace. I sink back against the wall as my bag slips up to my now shaking hands. I grip the sides of my hair as I look down to the floor. No matter how far I attempt to push back any force of harm coming to Monika, they don't budge. They just remain like progressive worse than itch. Hey, welcome. Hello, Sad. How are you doing? Let's do a video in here, never mind. Pencil. Yes, pencil. I know we've not been together for long. I can't bear the thought of that douche laying a finger on her. I need to get out of here. Echo, please say something. You're scaring me. My attention immediately snaps back towards Monika. I'm wordless for a moment because she's free in France. Sorry, hun. No, Echo. If something's bothering you, don't have to hide it. I debate telling Monika the obvious truth, but seemingly the puzzle pieces click together. You overheard? No. I try to keep my voice down, and I sigh. A little bit, yeah. I try to sigh through parted lips. This is where I told you to go. Monika, I already said last night I'm staying. Promised that. My words get stuck in my throat. I desperately want to get away from here, but I can't help but feel like it be coming off as forceful. In a twisted way, Daisuke was right about one thing. I don't have a clue what I'd be doing if things run sideways. Despite how optimistic I want to be, I'm petrified for the worst possible outcome could be. Take a moment to collect myself. I raise my hands and gently wipe her tears with my thumb. Let's get out of here. I speak with a soft, slightly wary smile. I'd like that. She beams as he gently pulls my hand from her rosy cheeks. I then pick up my bag before heading out with Monika. Once again, we're outside. Monika shuts the door as quietly as possible whilst I trail off towards the road. It doesn't take long for her to come back. She takes my hand and we all begin the rather lengthy walk back to mine. It's a silent walk, not because of any tangible awkwardness. We just walk along, letting the gentle breeze surround us. But at the same time, I can't help but think back to what lurks behind the door. She's away from him for now, but it's only temporary. Now, is this going to be a nasty situation again? It takes the pair of us slightly longer to walk back to mine than it took me on my own yesterday. I figured we'd subconsciously take it slower, maybe to savor the moment. But eventually we turn to a familiar view of mine and Sorry Street. As we come to my house, I debate internally whether Mum would be back yet. Hey, hello, Smith. I don't exactly remember whether or not she's been staying over or not. To make sure, I try to open the door. As part of me predicted, it's locked. You remembered your keys, right? Yeah, of course. At least I hope I have. As I start patting over my pocket, Monika comes up beside me. Want me to check your bag, Han? You don't mind? Of course not. Past Monika the bag, my stuff, she almost instantly starts to rifle through it. After another few searches through my pockets, I come to realize that my keys aren't there. I turn back to Monika with a sigh. As I do, the sound of jingling catches my attention. Found them. She passes them to me and unlocks the door. Thanks, Han. I smile as she perceives a faint pinkish coat painting itself on my cheeks. To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have left the keys at the place and we'd have to backtrack. Not that I'd mind walking with her, but my legs can only take so much. The pair of us head in. Dude, you walked 20 minutes and that's too much for you? Probably 30 minutes more like it, but still, that's not healthy. As we soon inside, I head straight for the living room. And as much as I don't really want to end it, I'm probably going to have to end it here. Mainly due to the fact that I've got to be up tomorrow. 1 minute is too much for me to I'm gonna have to be up early tomorrow because I got I'm back out of work experience. I need to be out of the house by like 9 o'clock, and yeah, I overslept this morning. Anyways, Anyway, we're gonna have to call it here. Sadly, we will pick up where we left off tomorrow evening. We can get a bit more done. Hopefully, we'll get our stream will be about 7-8 o'clock. So we'll get more of this done. I wish I could play longer, but I have to be a responsible adult, which kind of sucks. Otherwise, I'll be very groggy in the morning if I don't. And I'm not a morning person, so mornings do not go over very well with me. Also, I've got some stuff I've got to deal with the Discord as well, because we had an issue with self-promotion, which is, yeah, yay. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's greatly appreciated. We'll continue this tomorrow, where we'll be from the start we'll be playing music with Monika, which is going to be cool. And we're also finding out a bit more about her home life. Her dad seems like an abusive drunk, which it's not good. I will admit, he was very towards us. He seemed retreat. He didn't do anything to us. He talked behind our back, but he didn't do anything. So that's something. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. If you did so, please consider following or subscribing, as that's greatly appreciated. Also, on the YouTube side, it helps get my content out, and that's something I've really noticed this past couple of days, that my doki are doing immensely better than they have been, like, ever. Like, my streams are now averaging up to 20 views, which, yes, in the grand scheme of things, isn't a lot. But when you're considering before I was averaging 4, that's over double what I normally get. So thank you, that's really appreciated. We're also getting really, really close to hitting 200 subscribers, which is amazing. Don't know if I'll do anything special because, yeah, I don't know what I would do a special. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Well, I said all that anyway. So anyway, I hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on what time it is for you. I'll back. Sorry, Smith. We literally be just ending up here now. I gotta be up early tomorrow. I'm just finishing up the stream. I'm gonna be up early tomorrow because I got work experience, and my mornings. I am not a morning person at all, and if I don't get off now, I'll end up being very groggy, and I really don't want to miss my bus because then I'll have an hour wait to my next one. But anyway, we'll be back live tomorrow. Again, same time as today. That's my stream. Between 7 to 8 o'clock my stream start, and that will be a constant for the foreseeable future. But we'll definitely be back in this tomorrow. So yeah, it is like I want to go longer, but I gotta be responsible. As much as I don't like being responsible, kind of sucks, but oh well. What can you do? Anyway, I hope you have a good morning, good day, good afternoon, whatever time it is for you. I hope you have a good night, or whatever it is, anyway. Thank you for watching. It is greatly appreciated, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Hey, thank you for watching. Bye. Oh, it'd help if I actually pressed the right button. You'd think I'm new to streaming, but I'm really not. I can't even click the end stream button. Anyway,